So let's go ahead and begin, my friends. And today we're going to start with just a little bit of lateralizing the body. So seated in a comfortable position, you might start a little more subtle than what I'm reflecting to you right now, but I just invite you to let your body kind of sway from side to side. And as you do so, bringing in this lateral movement, I want you to slack your jaw. And with the jaw slacked and this lateral movement, allow yourself to be breathed in and out through an open mouth. Really letting the ear fall towards the shoulder, the audible exhale with sound. We tend to be in that linear thrust, the what's next, the to-do list, the forward propulsion. And so here we're on purpose. Yes, coming into the lateralizing of your breath and adding sound and body movement. And then I want you to really slowly bring that to a stillness in the center. So not all at once. I want you to really slowly start to kind of ripple that into a smaller and smaller, more subtle wave. And as that wave comes to a still point in your center, do close your eyes and receive stillness and a deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Softening behind the eyes, another deep breath in through the nose. Bring it up to the center of your head. And then exhale, let that breath drop down through your midline, through your tailbone, and all the way down the exhale through the nose to the center of the earth. Good, now I want you to open your mouth and inhale like an hourglass shape. So inhale, open mouth, sipping breath in the middle, open mouth at the top, and let the exhale dissolve into a mist around you. Exhale all the way down until your breath is complete. This time we're going to take that same hourglass breath. We're going to use our hands to mimic the shape. Open mouth inhale at the base. Sipping breath in the middle. Open mouth inhale at the top. And let the exhale have its way with you. Unravel you. Dissolve you. Let the arms float down as a reflection of that dissolution. Exhale until you're complete of air. Take extra breath cycles if you need to, my friends, but exhale here. And here we go twice more. Inhale, open mouth. Sip the stem, heart stem, open mouth, inhale. Letting that exhale have its way with you. Turn you inside out. Drop you into present time. Here we are. Welcome. One more hourglass breath in your own timing. That exhale empties. Your belly might pull in to pull out more and more and more air. And then inhale, open mouth, hourglass breath. Sip, open mouth, open your cup, open chalice. Yes, thank you, I receive. And when the hands float down now onto the knees, just allow yourself to feel the effects of this glorious breath code. Pausing to really receive the effects of this breath attunement. I could just stay here all day, but we'll practice some movement and we'll keep coming back to this breath code and the capacity to be super centered in your body and your breath. Come into child's pose. Make that transition with awareness, ease. Bring your forehead to the floor. Bring your butt to your heels. Take a few breaths in and out through the nose here, just softening and relaxing. And in this moment of bowing to this year, imagine as your head's on the ground, you're bowing to 2020 for all of the unique challenges that it presented. Wowzers. Bowing to the teacher of challenge. Seeing if you can actually receive the gratitude for what was. And as you inhale, I want you to inhale and come into the red carpet of welcoming 2021. So very ceremoniously, I want you to inhale and rise up to your hands and your knees. And I want you to close your eyes and take that stable table position. A table is something that is very sturdy. It's a foundation. It holds things. So I want you to breathe here a few moments by yourself and visualize what your stable table for 2021 is holding. You might hold upon your back now those visions, those intentions, those aligned yeses. Calling in grace. I'm calling expansion of the electricity of the body so that we remember we are more than this skin suit. Whatever it is for you, in this stable table position, bring to the altar of your body that which you would like 2021 to hold for you. Good, and then when you're ready, bow it back to the earth. Leave your butt up. Bring your head down, your hands out, puppy dog pose. And just simply breathe into this stretch. And allow yourself to receive what you've placed on the altar for 2021. Good, walk your hands to the right. You can get a little extra left body stretch. Breathe deep. And maybe continue to visualize resting on your back as if your back body is the altar of what's coming, which is in the forward. Gently walk your hands to the left, giving your right side a little more reset and receptivity. Good, and then walk the hands back to the center. And I want you to make sure your elbows are on the floor and then look up, and you're gonna slink forward like an inchworm or a slinky and come down into your Sphinx pose, so forearms on the ground. If that's too much for your lower back, just bring it down a little lower. Yeah. So either Sphinx or Cobra. And I want you to point your toes, press your toenails into the ground, and lift your chin. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, drop your chin to your chest, but keep your shoulders really open. Chin goes down, shoulders stay rolled open. Breath comes in and out through the nose. Good, and then you're gonna exhale here, exhale until you're complete. Remember the breath we did at the beginning of class. And as your head rises, you're gonna take that hourglass breath. So inhale, open mouth, head rises. Sipping, open mouth. And exhale all the way down. Resting your hands together and your head on top of your hands. Good. Spreading out your right toes. I'm going to invite you into a diagonal situation. So spreading out the right toes and then extend that left arm forward at an angle, diagonal. And then on your inhale, I want you to lift your left arm and right leg off the floor. Keep your head heavy on your right hand and take 3 deep breaths. See if you can press both hip bones down equally. Spread all 10 fingers and toes. Good, and then exhale, switch. So bring your left hand under your head, reach your right arm forward. Spread your left toes, and then lift the belly in for support. So your belly is the center, and you lift from there the left leg and right arm. Keep your head heavy on your left hand. Spreading the fingers wide, keeping both hip bones equal on the ground, and deep breathing here. Good, and then exhale, come down, bringing your hands, again, both hands under your head, resting your forehead on your hands like it's a pillow. Deep breath. Good, then we're going to do all hands off deck. So I'm going to have you bring your forehead to the ground. And I want you to extend both arms up and forward. Press your pubic bone down into the ground. Now lift all hands off deck. So 2 legs, 2 arms, and your head. Spread everything out, fingers and toes, tail and head, starfish. Breathe. Feel the intelligence of your body reaching into the environment, gathering information, gathering nutrients. Starfish. Good, and then exhale, come on down. And with your hands and like a cobra, I want you to just wag your tail a little bit. Just get your lower back to soften, and then press it back to child's pose. Take your knees wide and your big toes will touch, and then take a little rest for your low back with some bold belly breathing. So the more bold you can bring the front belly in towards the thighs, the more you're going to receive a lower back reset here. Good, and then again, one more time, I want you to feel the sense of bowing to 2020. Bowing to the challenges, bowing to the, oh my heavens, what are we doing here? Bowing to all of it as a teacher of challenge. And then as you inhale, rise up onto your hands and knees and sense and feel that altar of your body all across your back body. You're holding your vision for 2021. Your intentions matter. And then I want you to gather some strength and some agility. So I'm going to have you lift your knees just 2 inches off the floor. So your body doesn't change at all. It's in the same shape as when your knees are on the floor. And then you just hover the knees an inch or 2. And you're going to breathe real deep here because you're strengthening your foundation of everything that you're holding, intending, visualizing. Yes. Add a couple strong breaths and some open mouth cat sounds or lion's breath face. Good, and then exhale, hips up, head low, sound out, AKA downward dog. Breathe into first dog pose, your loyalty, your home base. Take it as however you like it. Wiggle around. Sway the hips. Make it like you like it. Good, and then on an inhale, big step, right foot forward. Yeah, between the hands. Come up on your finger pads. And I want you to take a deep breath here and really push into your feet, feel your foundation. And then squeeze and bring your right foot more towards the left. So kind of scissor the legs. Draw your belly in and then hover your hands off the floor, just like we did the knees. So it's like a hot stove underneath your hands. You don't want to touch the floor. You can feel the heat coming off of it. Deep breaths. And again, for strength, some lion sounds. Some claiming of the body, the space in and around you. More primal. Good, and then exhale, the hands do come to the ground as well as the left knee. Gonna have you go way out wide with the left hand and make a big rainbow arc with the right. Oh yes. Ah. Breathe and stretch. Receive. Good, and then a rainbow arc, bringing your right hand to the floor. Arc it forward, make a big arcing motion. Hands press into the ground, either side of the right foot. Go ahead, step back, hips high, head low, sound out. AKA downward facing dog. And make it how you like it. Boldly breathe. Good, and then a big inhale. Gonna bring your left foot forward between the hands. Yeah, and you're gonna come up on the fingertips, the finger pads. And then you're gonna really press that left foot down and draw it towards your right, kind of like you're scissoring the legs. Good, and then you're gonna hover the fingers, almost like there's a hot stove under. You don't wanna touch the floor, but you wanna make sure that it's on so you can feel the heat. Feel the heat in your body, some breath and some sound. Command your space. Take up your space. Good. And then exhale, the hands do come to the ground as well as the right knee. Your right hand's gonna come way out wide in a big rainbow arc. Left arm. Yes. Just enjoy that side body stretch. Inviting the breath into the tight places. 5% less effort. 10% more breath. Good, and then a rainbow arc. You're gonna make a big arcing motion to bring both hands to the ground, either side of that left foot. And then once again, you'll step back. So hips high, head low, sound out. So there's sound on your exhale. There you go. And make it how you like it. Breathe and be in your downward facing dog in a way that feels loyal to you. Dog is a symbol of loyalty. And as you notice in most yoga traditions, this is the king loyal position. This is the position that's always returned to over and over again. Now take your feet and walk to your hands, or maybe walk your hands back to your feet, whichever feels best for you. We're gonna come into a standing forward fold. So your feet will be hip width apart, and I'm gonna invite you to bend your knees a lot so that your belly maybe rests on your thighs, or at least is moving towards it. And then I'm going to invite you to take a really deep breath and shake your head no. You can even say it like that, like a defiant 2-year-old. No. Just claiming that space of no in your life. I get to have my no, I get to announce it, I get to confidently say it. Oh yeah. So then there's more space for yes. So I want you to breathe and really shake your head yes, so your whole body kind of reverbs. Yes, more space for my yes. Good, and then we're gonna roll up to stand. So bend the knees even more. Yeah, and dangle your arms, let your head drop, and roll up through your spine, one bone at a time. Slowly rising like an upward flowing river. And when the head comes all the way up, upward flowing river, close your eyes and let the energy flow up through the top of your head, all the way up and through the ceiling of the space you're in, all the way up into it, the energy that has created all things in all time and all space. And then as you exhale, feel that energy raining down around you, all the way through you, grounding your feet into the earth. And on a big fluid inhale, I want you to open your palms. We're going to stay in this Tadasana pose, standing mountain. Palms radiate open now like first morning sunlight, beaming off of the pads of your hands. And I want you to really push your feet down into the ground and really embody this simple standing mountain pose. What are you standing for? What are you standing with? And breathing as you feel yourself standing right here in your mountain. And I want you to visualize yourself at this day, December 27th, I think that's where we're at, in 2021. So I want you to feel yourself here into December 2020. And then I want you to send a bridge, like a rainbow bridge between where you stand now and this same day in 2021. And I want you to open a line, an energy channel of communication with yourself 1 year from today. And I want you to be curious and completely open. And I'm going to be quiet for 1 minute so we can receive from ourselves. Keep emptying out, keep being totally empty slate to receive. Good, and then as you inhale, even if you didn't receive anything, that's okay. I want you to bring your hands together, and I want you to bring your tips of your fingers to your third eye and bow. And you can repeat after me if it feels good to you. May this next cycle around the sun, 2021, be a year full of possibility, be a year full of deep inner work, and be a year where I am rising into a place where I feel more empowered, honest, and breathful. And as you inhale, go ahead and swoop your arms up, make a big rainbow reach up towards your ceiling, bust through the ceiling and launch all the way out through the roof of your house, and then exhale, rain down around until your hands come to the ground. I want you to crawl forward like a creature into your plank position. In that strong strength of your plank, I want you to see and feel where we just were in our standing position. Behind you on your back body, you've got the altar holding this full year. And I want you to come down and bow to the earth now, leaving everything that's on the altar of your back body. And then a deep inhale, rise up, head, heart, cobra. Exhale, head comes back down to the floor. We're gonna rise up in that hourglass breath. So exhale completely. Open mouth, inhale. Sipping breath. Open mouth at the top. Good, and then as you come down, you're gonna inchworm. Let your tailbone lead, butt come back, hips high, head low, sound out. And make it as you like it. Take your downward facing dog in a way that feels right and good for you. Good, then we're gonna take another standing sequence. Gonna bring the right foot forward between the hands. We're gonna spin the back foot so it's flat. And on an inhale, windmill up. Warrior two, nice and wide, nice and deep. Eyes forward, past the middle finger. Breath comes in and out. Solidifying your strength, but staying fluid in your breath. Right hand turns up, left hand comes to the leg behind, dancing warrior. Constant breath inviting you into that strength, into that flexibility. Good, and then windmill hands to the ground. You'll want to spin your back heel up, and then we'll step back, plank. And those that are feeling ready to, you can take a vinyasa or just go back to down dog. Good, sound out on the exhale. Couple deep, nourishing breaths here. Good, and then big inhale, left foot comes forward. Now you're gonna turn your back foot flat. Inhale, windmill, arms up, warrior two. Arms spread wide and nice and deep. So gathering your strength, eyes past the middle finger. Strong body, fluid breath. Like bamboo. The left hand turns up, right hand comes to the thigh behind. Dancing warrior. Good, and exhale, windmill, hands to the ground. You'll want to spin that back heel up. Step back into plank. And then player's choice. Either lift your hips back to dog pose or start to lower towards the ground. Inhale, heart high. And exhale, hips high. Sound out. Couple steady, deep breaths. Good, now on an inhalation, you're gonna step your right foot outside of your right hand. nice and wide. Good, and then you're gonna step your left foot outside of your left hand. And you're gonna come low in a squat. Palms come together. Knees press in, elbows press out, heart goes high. Fluid breath, opening the hips. And perhaps here with your eyes closed, you can still sense and see that bridge that we've created today, this energetic and communication bridge with your future self, just 1 year from today. Just continuing to let that channel of receptivity and communication. What would that person, you, a year from today, tell you right here, right now, in the support for your highest good and grace? Good, and then bow to whatever you received. Even if you received nothing, that's okay. And I want you to bring your butt to the floor. So some people might need to use their hands, or you can counterbalance and reach forward, bringing the soles of the feet together. Nice wide diamond shape. And we're gonna open and reach up. And then exhale, we're gonna dive forward, chin to chest, arcing the hands to the floor. Almost like you're curling over a big ball. Back is rounded, butt's on the floor, breath is bold. And so allowing the stretch to happen here, wherever it comes in, maybe in your inner thighs, maybe in your low back, maybe deep in the hips. And go ahead and walk your hands to the right so you get a little deeper stretch in the left side. And super stabilize the left sit bone. Put it way down in the ground like a long plant root. And then let your head hang and soften behind your shoulders. And then gently walk your hands back to the center and then over to the left. So your hands are reaching outside of your left shin. And then really drop that, the plant root of your right sitting bone, super deep into the soil of now. And allow your breath to deepen. Allow your shoulder blades to relax. Good, and then one more time, walk hands back to the center. Take a deep breath. And I want you to use your hands to roll up. So really slowly, one vertebra at a time. You're gonna push into your hands and really slowly kind of stack your vertebra. Good. Letting the head come up to vertical and feeling the energy, the effervescent flow. Exhale, complete. We're gonna dive into that hourglass breath. You can use your hands and we're gonna open mouth inhale. Sipping breath for the heart. Open mouth inhale. Allow the exhale to have its way. Turn you inside out. Marry yourself with this moment. Good, and when your hands come down, I'm going to have you wrap them around the outside of your knees and just give yourself a hug. Bring your head to your knees. And then I'm going to have you roll back onto your back. We're going to take this rolling motion just a few times to massage the spine. just take a little rock and roll. Only if it feels good to you. We're going to hang out on the back and do a little figure 4. And then when you're ready, just come down, hug your knees in. And feel yourself grounded, resting, and breathing. Happy baby pose. Either find the outer edges of the feet or the outer shins. Either way, I want you to feel grounded, relaxed, and breathful. Inviting you to stick out your tongue and slack your jaw. Good, and then release the feet, knees together, a couple of circles. Reset your low back. And into figure 4, so feet come to the ground. Right ankle, left knee. Bring it towards, thread it through. And again, grounded, restful, and breathful. Imagine that the sensation that you must be feeling from the stretch. Everyone's going to feel it a little differently. Imagine that sensation itself that you notice right here, right now in your body is opening a little Zoom room. That was the image that just came through. And so you open that little room there, that Zoom room, and allow that room, that space there to enliven and bring to the surface more of the energy, more of the sensation that's stored there. And you might see a bunch of different, many different viewfinders in this Zoom room, in that hip there. You might see and sense and feel things that have been stored there for a long time. So add a little deeper breath. We're going to stay 3 more breaths. Good work. And so we're going to come out of this posture and we're going to let our body lead. So come out and move however your body says would be a really good idea. Kind of a way to reset. What's your body's way of resetting and preparing for the left side? And then 2 feet on the floor, we'll make our way when you're ready. Bringing the left ankle on the right knee. Draw it towards, thread it through. And again, grounded, easeful, and breathful. Grounded, restful, and breathful. And then again, just like we did on the other side, just notice the sensation. Where is the strongest sensation happening in your body? And then go ahead and open a Zoom room there and see who shows up. Might just be one room, or there might be many people attending. And just breathing with curiosity into what you have stored there in that left hip area of yours. Be curious about what images show up. They might be giving you a clue. And we're going to take 3 more deep breaths, really going in a little deeper. Stay with it. And by now the sensation is very heightened. So as you release, let the sensation itself show you what is best next. Yeah, what stretch, what remedy, what reset does your body say yes to now? And when you're ready, you can make your way onto your back for a brief and deep Shavasana. And we're going to take that hourglass breath one time here. So exhale completely. And then open mouth, inhale. Sipping breath, inhale. Open mouth, inhale. Letting the exhale be like a soft mist, forevermore raining down around you and all throughout you. We'll rest here in silence for about 2 minutes, receiving, contemplating, reflecting. I'm just taking a few more moments here as you rest into this space of integration. Just notice any notes you might want to take from our session. I'm just encouraging you, if there is any visions or messages or guidance that came through, you're welcome in the section between dance and our practice to reach for your journal and just jot a few things down. And so let's just begin to breathe and stretch and move towards the completion of our yoga practice. Just reaching the arms above the head, extending the legs long. And then gently rolling over onto your side. Yeah, just curling into a little ball. Just low and slow, use your hands and come up to a seated position. And with the eyes closed, I encourage you to take 3 cleansing breaths here. And as you bring your hands together, traditional way to close a yoga class, but I want you to really feel the left and right hemispheres of your body coming to a balance point as the hands press together. And another deep breath here. And then exhale, just bow your head towards your hands and towards your heart. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your prayer and your practice. Namaste.